I just wanted to talk real briefly today about how easy it is to set up a mesocycle. A mesocycle is nothing more than a block of training, typically like 4 to 6 weeks. So for 4 to 6 weeks, you're gonna have a training focus and a set of exercises that you're gonna be working through that period of time. When your mesocycle is done, take a 1 week deload to back off of the intensity and the volume that you built up over the course of your mesocycle. And that'll also resensitize your muscles to the training stimulus, and then set up a new mesocycle and go again. Very, very simple to set up. Start with how many days a week you want to train. I typically train 4 days a week. I'm 45, I've got a job, I've got a family. 4 days a week is perfect for me. It gives me enough days during the week where I can rest. On the days that I'm coming in and training, I can put a lot into that. Each of my workouts are very, very productive. So I really like 4 days a week training. Then figure out what your split's gonna be. You wanna try to hit each muscle group twice a week. So I love an upper lower split. A lot of the time I'm trying to focus on my legs, so I'll start with legs. So I'll just say legs on Monday, upper body on Wednesday, legs on Friday, and then upper body again on Saturday. Those are my 4 weeks of training, and I'll run that for 4, 5, or 6 weeks. Once you've got that all figured out, what your training split's gonna be, how many days a week you're gonna train, then figure out which exercises it is that you're gonna train. So set up a lower body 1 and a lower body 2, and then an upper body 1 and an upper body 2. And those are the workouts that you're gonna follow for that entire, let's say, 6-week span of time. A mistake that I see a lot of people make, especially when I would go into the gym and where I think that they're leaving some gains on the table, is by changing up their exercises way too often. So they go in for International Chest Day on Monday, and they decide they're gonna do a bench press, an incline dumbbell press, and a pec fly. And then the next Monday, they come in and they do an incline bench press and a flat dumbbell press and an incline dumbbell fly. And then they come in the next Monday and they do a flat machine chest press, and then they do a pec deck, and then they do an incline plate loaded hammer strength. When you're changing the exercises up far too often, you don't give your neurological system an opportunity to adapt. So you'll probably notice this, especially with, like, say, a dumbbell movement. If you haven't done a dumbbell bench press in a few months, you go in to do that first set and it feels a little clunky. You feel a little bit off balance. The dumbbells aren't moving exactly where you want them. You're a little bit more focused on how the dumbbells are moving and how to keep them balanced. And you'll notice you don't get nearly as good of a pump in your chest because you're not quite as well focused on that. But when you do that flat dumbbell bench press Monday on this week, and then Monday the next week, and Monday the next week, and Monday the week after that, over a series of weeks, your brain builds neurological connections with that movement pattern, and it's gonna get more and more comfortable with it, smoother with it. And as all of those things come together, your brain also gets better at recruiting the muscle fibers more efficiently for that movement pattern. So when you do them that first time, you're probably not recruiting as many muscle fibers as you potentially could. And then by the time you're that second, third, fourth, fifth week into it, your body's very good at the movement. It's maximally recruiting the muscle fibers that you want to be hitting. And that's where you'll notice, like, the strength is coming up much, much better. You're getting more sore, you're getting a much better pump, and that's because you've given yourself that opportunity to get really, really good at that movement. The other thing is this allows you to follow a progressive overload model. So from week to week to week, you should be improving somewhat in the exercises that you're doing. You should either be adding a rep each time, or you should be adding a little bit of weight each time, or maybe you're not able to add weight or reps, but the movement feels much better. You find that you're much more in control of the weights that you're lifting. The RIR has gone down a little bit. Maybe you felt like last time you had like maybe 1 rep left in the tank, and now you feel like you probably had 2 reps left in the tank, but you wanted to back off and take a break on it. Something should be getting better every single time, and that's really difficult to track and to actually get better at and improve if you're not hitting the exercises very regularly. So again, really simple to set up your own mesocycles. Take a training block for 6 weeks. How many days a week are you gonna train? What's your split gonna be? Choose a set of exercises that you're gonna be doing, and then stick with those exercises for that entire training block. When the training block's done, deload. I've got some videos on that and I can explain to you exactly how to do that. And then come back in, drop the volume and the intensity back just a little bit. You'll be more sensitive to the training stimulus. Have your next mesocycle set up and then roll through that. You could stick with a lot of the same exercises and follow pick up right where you left off, or maybe you choose just a different exercise here or there, or maybe you completely redo things, or maybe you have a new focus. Maybe you want to focus on your arms a little bit more this time and you were focused on your shoulders a little bit more last time. And that's okay. Keep the exercises the same so that you're able to follow that progressive overload model and you allow your body and your mind to get really good with those movement patterns and maximally recruit all of the muscle fibers possible for the movements that you're doing so that you can get good and soar and grow. If you haven't done so already, please like, subscribe, comment. I will get back to you. Go get them. Have a great workout, guys.